Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Los Angeles Clippers against the Sacramento Kings. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. Last year, COVID presented a lot of challenges. The Raptors, for one, played the whole season in Tampa. Their star Fred VanVleet said the NBA is a balance of the love and joy of one of the best sports in the world mixed with a billion-dollar industry. Kevin, he's hoping this season's journey is more pleasure than business.
I know, David, it's a pleasure working with you. Thanks for that one. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Luke Kennard.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you're focused on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
Now Sacramento starting five. Harrison Barnes is out there with Lyles. Then it's De'Aaron Fox. Then it's Sabonis. And it's Holiday in at the 2. And for the Clippers, post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. Then there's Batum. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Coffey in at the shooting guard position. And as the regular season winds toward the playoffs, Greg, for those teams in the upper half of the standings, how much are they looking at the seeding and their possible opponents?
Well, I don't think most would admit it, but it's human nature to think ahead, trying to map out that route and looking at how it breaks down in the bracket. And drawing first blood, you know coach likes that momentum out of the gate.
Well, for us, it'll be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
Now, here's Batum. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Drilled from 11 feet out. And so Fox will bring it up for Sacramento. Their last encounter was in Sacramento.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
Yeah, those turnovers were inexcusable. So many of their possessions ended with them giving the ball away. It's one thing to make passes, but you need to pass to your own team, not the other one.
And a lot can be said about Domantas Sabonis' scoring ability, but everything else he does, he also excels at. Also a terrific passer for a big man. Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
So it's Sacramento. The Clippers getting the bucket. Barnes outside. 1:32 left here in the first quarter. Drains the three-pointer. You know, when you think about the other areas where Sabonis stands out, rebounding has to come to mind as well.
Yeah, and Kevin, he's a guy who fights for possessions, not going to overwhelm you athletically, but he knows his team relies on him to be a force on the glass, so he's never afraid to get physical to win those battles.
Here's Fox, following the basket by Marcus Morris. And Fox gets it to go.
They can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners.
Looking at Los Angeles, they want to turn it around after the loss to Denver.
Yeah, you saw the communication breakdowns defensively, just giving up way too many open looks.
Yeah, sometimes you can play good on-ball defense, but it's the help defense that makes you elite. And on that night, nobody rotating and not a lot of help.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
And that one's good, Barnes.
Look, they're not going to play a perfect game, but so far they are 5 of 5, and the D has to be concerned.
And the call will be against Sabonis. That is his first foul of the game. And the Clippers with a whole new lineup now.
In for the Kings,
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Here's Mann. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Holmes finds Harkless. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. And the Kings check on 2 more.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
Yeah, I don't think he even sees a taller defender out there, just a gifted scorer.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We've got more in store for you right after this.
All right, look who's coming onto the court.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think about the Kings here in this one so far?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
And here is Los Angeles now. 7-point differential. And now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Hartenstein. Kennard is out there with Robert Covington, and it's man in at the point guard position. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Clippers. On Friday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz.
And that matchup against the Bucks, that's where you have got to bring your A game, especially when you know you're going to be fighting an uphill battle all night long.
Kings leading now by 5. Mitchell passes to Len. Inside, got a piece of it. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Pass to Kennard. Covington setting the pick for Kennard.
2 minutes remain.
Shoots over Len. The offensive rebound. And he dunks it down.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
Here's DiVincenzo. After the basket by Los Angeles. And teams often try to slow down point guards with bigger defenders. But, Greg, you locked up without that edge. How'd you do it?
A little athleticism, Kevin, and a lot of desire.
And here is Los Angeles now. Sacramento making their last shot. There's a screen by Covington. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to go on Rashawn Holmes. It's his first trip to the line.
And that 84% free throw percentage is a testament to all the hard work he's put in on the line.
And the first one at the line is good. A different look for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is checked in for Hartenstein. Batum comes in for Robert Covington. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Terrence Mann. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. So for Sacramento, their last game, a loss to the Suns. 1:07 left now here in the second. And Holiday kicks to Fox. Just 5 to shoot. Fires from 14. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Well, so critical for Fox to get the attention of the defense in this way. He's got to make them fear him.
.41
seconds left in the first half of the game. And the shot goes in.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Got to fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's Fox following the basket by Marcus Morris. And he gets it to go. Fox has got 4 this quarter.
Good job picking his spot right there. No force that time from De'Aaron Fox.
Out left to the wing. 12 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. The shot's good. He has 6.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Shoots. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
De'Aaron Fox relentless right now on the offensive end and looking for any scoring chance.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. We come back right after this.
Hey, everybody. Psst. I got a secret. We're approaching the playoffs, and we are starting the show with a breakdown of the Western Conference standings.
You take a look at Sacramento, they're not going to make the playoffs. We knew that. But they did show glimpses of what they could eventually be. Unfortunately, all of that will have to wait till next year.
All right, now let's break down the first half. It's been a productive game so far for the Sacramento Kings.
I have to applaud their offensive consistency. They're not wasting possessions or taking bad shots. That's a testament to their patience, their discipline. They're focusing on playing intelligent basketball.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Without question, De'Aaron Fox displaying his skills today.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. On the floor for Sacramento, we've got Fox. Sabonis is out there with Trey Lyles. Then it's Barnes, and it's Holiday in at the two-guard position. Nice D from Sabonis.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Holiday dishes to Fox. Barnes outside. Here's Lyles. Another three for Sacramento.
That's a pretty easy opportunity for a teammate, all courtesy of Harrison Barnes.
Clippers trail by 9.
And you really got to love the effort level you see from Harrison Barnes, night in and night out.
You wonder if Harrison Barnes' early years and his experience with the Golden State Warriors really implanted this team-first mentality. He went to Dallas, he became the #1 option and a scorer, but he's never tried to do too much or get too far outside of his lane, and I think that's where the respect comes from. Consistent effort, and he'll impact the game.
Now, here's Lyles. After the miss from Reggie Jackson. Barnes outside. Sabonis trying to get open. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has taken some heat in recent years. He says people get so caught up in what other folks think. I'm Paul George. I don't care to be anybody else. I am who I am. You love it or you don't. Simple as that. Guys, with his player on the floor, he has answered all of his critics.
He is certainly playing at an elite level. PA, thank you. Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Robert Covington's checked in for Marcus Morris. Mann subbed in for Nicholas Batum. And the Kings also making a change. DiVincenzo's checked in. And the rejection by Zubac. And he drives in, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
Dante DiVincenzo. That's his first personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your Clippers. To the strike, Terrence Mann. At the line for 2.
The first free throw is good, so it's both teams making substitutions here. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. There's a minute left here in the third quarter. And here is Mitchell. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And Lamb, here we go. Holmes, and Holmes throws it down.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Mann. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Jackson against Mitchell. The leader. Count that one. The Sacramento lead has been cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Jackson.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Jackson against Mitchell. And it's blocked. And so it's Sacramento with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Marcus Morris. Also Robert Covington out there. And it's Batum in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Well, it's one thing to play good defense, but then to alter the shot and get the rebound, that's a good day's work.
Shot clock at 6. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Now Fox. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Fox has got the lead up to 12 now for Sacramento.
The closer that Fox gets inside, the more effective he could say. I guess you could say he's good in the Fox hole.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Fades. Count it. That's now 8 points for Marcus Morris.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Fox looking it over. Passes it to Barnes. Sacramento moving it around. Sabonis high post. Elbow shot, and the shot goes in. And the Kings lead by 12.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And the thing about Morris, doesn't have the big vertical, but tenacious once he gets around the rim.
Over to the wing. Right side, Fox. The shot, no good. And the Clippers will come the other way. Batum attacking, and the lead is down inside single digits.
Beautiful timing, execution, great move to the rack.
And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2.
and they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, De'Aaron Fox.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
He'd finally had enough of their losing streak, and it's going to take something special to regain some kind of momentum. And his effort has been very special tonight. Now here's Len. After the miss from Reggie Jackson, Len passes to Lamb. That three off the mark. Now the Clippers with it, trailing by 10. Pass to Hartenstein. Jackson from long range, and he's good on the three ball.
I'll tell you, one thing Jackson has never lacked: confidence. I mean, when he gets a look, Reggie always believes his next shot will be his best one.
So it's Sacramento picking up the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.